Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A for Michael Cab. You can see here that he's asking about making a cover for his astronomy light here. And it's a fairly challenging thing to do. I thought about it for a little while, and you can see here that this is kind of the straight on shot of it. And it's kind of an atypical shape, but I thought of a way that I think might work, and he wants to keep access to the button up here intact. So I thought it'd be an interesting concept to try to kind of figure out. And in general, these shapes are hard to do because they're not really a cylinder or a box or something that's fairly straightforward. It's, has a lot of different curves in it. So I thought I would at least attempt it and show you all my thought process on it. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in that canvas that he took a picture of. So I'm just going to insert that, and I'm going to find it on my computer real quick and show you all once I have it inserted. Okay, so I have the picture inserted here, and I'm just going to leave it pretty centered there. It looks pretty good. Click OK. And then this is the point where if you were doing this for real, you could go in and do calibrate and say, we measured something that's easy to measure. So let's say we measured from there to there, and it was 20 millimeters, right? And so now this should be scaled fairly close to the real product. It's not perfect because your lens has some distortion and things, but this is the general way that you can get pretty close to the actual size. And so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to insert a sphere, and this is a little atypical. Normally you start with a drawing, but this is just kind of a unique circumstance. So I'm going to start with the sphere here, and the idea is that, this, if you're thinking about it in 3 dimensions, if you're looking at it this way, the light has some kind of radius to it, right? So it's sticking out. We can't see it, but it's sticking out outside of the screen. And one thing you could consider doing is taking another picture on its side and adding that into the canvas as well to try to kind of reverse engineer it. But I'm just going to do kind of the best I can with what I have. And what I want to do here, I want to actually move this down a little bit if I can. Or I think I can move the canvas up a little bit. And so I'm going to try and move this a little bit up. So something a little bit like that, and really you might need to make this a little bit bigger and then just keep moving it up. Again, it's hard to tell just from looking at it like this, but what I'm trying to do is basically try to match kind of the outside of this. I know it's hard to kind of think about in your mind, but try to bear with me and hopefully it'll make sense here in a little bit. And so the next thing I'm going to do actually is I'm going to split this in half. So we're just going to split this with that XY plane, click OK, and then I'm going to hide that. So now I have half a sphere. And now I'm going to create a sketch on this. You can do it really from either side since it's symmetric. And now I'm just going to basically draw a profile around the edge of the design. So let's go ahead and do some splines here. And I'm just going to do half of the profile. And then I'm just going to make this connect straight down the middle. I'm going to coincident it with the center point and make it horizontal, vertical. And then we're going to work on kind of fine-tuning this a little bit. And so generally speaking, if you're doing a mirror, you need these to be horizontal because when you flip it, you don't want to have like a weird seam. So always try to make these control lines horizontal, vertical that are in the midline there, kind of like that. And then just adjust everything to try to kind of fit the best that I can. Make this a little smaller. And this is constrained to that edge, which is okay. Just need to move it up. Okay, and so this isn't perfect, but it's, it's got the general shape to it that you want. Actually, I'm going to go back, click edit again, and then make sure I have like an outside sketch there. And I'm going to make this tangent with that circle, if I can. And just fine tweaking some things a little bit. Okay, so now I have the sketch. Now I'm going to just extrude out the face around it. So I'm cutting out the face. And now I'm going to hide the light. So you can see that we have kind of half of a shape there. And so then we can just do another sphere in that same spot. So create sphere and do it at the origin again. And then we're just going to make it however thick you want the lens here. Maybe a kind of thinner lens. And so then we can just mirror that across, create mirror, select that. And select a mirror plane, which is going to be that, and click OK. And so now this is not, a perfect design, but you can kind of imagine where you could play around with this and eventually get something that's pretty close, I think, to what you would want. And then if you wanted to make the edges look a little better, you could have like a little circle design here just to kind of cut the edges off. Again, you'd probably take some trial and error to get it to work exactly how you'd want it to, but this is just how I'm thinking about it right now. Change these to all. And then you could probably add like a fillet here. Make this part a little smoother. And so printing this is going to be a little tricky. What I would probably do is I would just split it again down the middle, and I would print it like this would be on the print bed. So it would print kind of like that, and it would print pretty well. You probably have a seam down the middle, but that's probably the way I would do it. Or you could try to print it, with some supports or something, and then try to sand it down to try to get it translucent. If you have a resin printer, I think it would probably be easier to do that. And just in general, it's hard to get FDM to be very translucent, regardless of what type of material you have. So let's go ahead and make it the red color. So that's what I would do. I know that's not a perfect design, but that's just how I thought about this after thinking about it for some time. Is whatever size this is, it's the radius, you can make a sphere big enough. And if you just adjust the sphere to where it's overlying the right portion of the sketch, I think you can get pretty close to matching that. And if you look at it from this side, it seems like it would project over pretty well. But again, hard to know for sure without having one of these lights. So hopefully that's helpful. I'll have this file in the school community if you're interested in it, and you can use it however you see fit. So thanks for watching.